Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Thank you so much. Alright guys, so you guys loved the 100-mile training plan video of how to train like Kilian Jornet. So today I'm coming back to you with the 50K training plan from Kilian's book, The Uphill Athlete. So it is by Steve House, Scott Johnston, and my favorite guy, Kilian Jornet. So today we are going to be looking at the 50K training plan from this book. And we are going to not be following it exactly, but what I would do to make it so you get to the finish line as quick and as best as possible. So I'll link this book down in the description so you guys can go check it out. It's a great book and I would highly recommend that you get it and read it all the way through, just so you know how to train like Kilian Jornet. All right, so for a little background, I used the 100-mile training plan from this book to train for my 100-mile race, and it's what got me to the finish line. So I had tried for 11 years to try to finish a 100-mile race, and the way that I was finally able to finish was with the training plan from that book. So it was life-changing for me. It made it so I was able to accomplish something that I thought I would maybe never be able to accomplish. And so I really love it and I would highly recommend that you get it. All right guys, so whether you are a beginner or an advanced runner, this training plan will work for you. And also, before I get into the training plan, it will also be in the description below, so make sure that you go check that out. You can download it and you can see if it's something that you would like to try following for your next 50-kilometer race. All right guys, so one more thing before I get into the actual training plan is I'm just gonna talk a little bit about heart rate zones, just because some people are a little confused when it comes to that. So you don't have to follow like the heart rate zones and all that stuff. When I did my 100-mile training plan, I did not follow the heart rate zones exactly. I'll admit that, but I think that they really will help you if that's something that you've been training on. Like if you're focused on heart rate while in your normal training, then you could carry that over to this training plan. Or if you've never done heart rate based training before, you could also try it for the first time right now. So all of the training in this plan will be on a 1 to 5 heart rate zone training. So zone 1 is as easy as you can possibly go. I'll throw up my stats for heart rate zones up on the screen right here. So a lot of Kilian's training will be in zone 1. There's been lots of like articles and stuff written about how much training Kilian actually does in zone 1. So according to the data collected from Kilian Jornet himself, he does 58% of his workouts in zone 1, and you should too. All right guys, so for week 1 through 3 of the ultra marathon training plan for 50 kilometers, I'll throw that up on the screen right now. So weeks 1 through 3 are the base building weeks, which means that you'll be focusing on building aerobic capacity, improving running economy, and building strength. So for these weeks, all of your training will be done in zone 1 and zone 2. About 15% of your training should be done in zone 2. So none of it will be specifically focused on that. Try to stay in zone 1 as much as possible during these first few weeks. So as you can see, for week 1, we have a total of 32 miles. We have a long run on Friday of 12 miles, and then the rest of the days we'll be doing 4 miles. So we'll also have 2 recovery days per week. So this is easier than zone 1. It's like low level zone 1 training. So you're gonna wanna just be taking those days as easy as humanly possible, basically. So after those first few base building weeks, we have week 4. So week 4 is a recovery week, which means that you're cutting volume by 50% and taking days off when needed. So this means that you are doing all of your training, no getting up to zone 2 at all. All of your training will be done in zone 1. So just make sure that you are recovering from those first few weeks of base building and getting ready to really ramp up the training. So week 5 through 7, we have one more base building week. So you'll just follow what you did for those first few weeks on this week. And then we hop into week 6 through 7, which is intensity focused training. So intensity focused weeks are going to be introducing zone 3 and 4 into your training. So you won't just be doing zone 1 and 2 anymore. You'll be doing a little bit of zone 3 and 4 as well. So as you can see on the intensity weeks, we have Tuesdays as our workout, which we will be doing intervals in, just zone 3 though. And then we will also be doing some hill bounding, which is a little bit complicated. So on these days, you're gonna wanna find a 30% incline or something close to that. It also says in the book that you could find a nice steep set of stairs or just whatever works for your training. So for the first part of the workout, you're gonna be doing 2 30-second hill repetitions. So you're gonna be going 30 seconds up the 30% incline and then walking down when you're done. Make sure that you're doing this in zone 3. Then after that, you're gonna be doing 2 by 20-second hill skipping. So you're going to be skipping up the mountain. And this is Kilian's thing. This isn't mine, I'm not making this up. So you do 2 by 20-second skipping up the hill and then you walk down the hill again. Then lastly, you're doing 8 by 10-second maximum power bounding with long strides. So you're just gonna be wanting to space out your strides as much as you possibly can, and then you're going to be walking down. So if you have any questions about hill bounding, you can throw them in the comments below and I'll answer them as best as I can. And then as you can see on these weeks, we also have one long run. So that will be on the weekend or any day. One more thing to keep in mind is for this training plan, you can throw around days whenever you need to. You can do some workouts on a Monday and then the other one on a Friday, or just space it out however works best to your schedule. But this training plan is what I did that worked for me. Then you're gonna be doing a recovery week for week 8. And then for week 11, you will also be doing a recovery week. And then we're also going to be doing specificity training for weeks 9, 10, 12, and 13. So specificity weeks are weeks training specifically for your race. So this will be the 50K race that you've signed up for, and you're gonna be wanting to train specifically for that race during these weeks. So this means that you'll be doing back-to-back long runs, which are hard. Back-to-back long runs, I think, are definitely the hardest part of this training plan, but I think that they really helped me. Every time that I've done well in a race, I've done back-to-back long runs, so I would recommend them. So you will also be doing all of your speed work in zone 4, not in zone 3. So during these weeks, you're really gonna be pushing yourself to the next level. As you can see, in week 13, you have back-to-back 19-mile days on the weekend, so that is going to be tough, and you're also gonna be doing a zone 4 speed workout on Tuesday, so good luck. Lastly, we have week 14 through 16. So let's do this last little part of the training. So let's see what we got. So week 14 and 15, we got taper weeks. So this is when you're going to start tapering down. You're gonna start getting ready for your race, preparing mentally, preparing physically. You are just going to be focusing on whatever your body needs to perform the best at your race. So during these taper weeks, you're just gonna be wanting to maintain the fitness that you've built over these last weeks. And you're also gonna start winding down your training to prepare for your race. So as you can see, we're cutting all zone 4 training and just focusing on zone 3 during these weeks. And then we're not doing back-to-back long runs anymore. And then on week 16, woo! Race week, baby! So this is what you've been working so hard for. You are going to crush your 50-kilometer race. I know it if you follow this training plan. So as you can see, week 16, we have Monday, you're going to be doing 30-second intervals. So this means that you're going to be getting up to zone 3 on this week. So as you can see on Monday and Wednesday, we have 30-second speed intervals. So this is just to keep your legs fresh and not to get too lazy during this last week of training. So as you can see, we're doing 4 by 30-second speed intervals, and you're getting up to zone 3 in these. And then the rest of your run will just be at a zone 1. And you're gonna be doing those on Monday and Wednesday. And then on the weekend, it is your race. And like I said, you are going to do so well and you are going to crush it. All right, guys, so that is it for the 50-kilometer training plan. If you have any questions about it, make sure to comment below and I will answer those. And also, if you liked the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all that stuff. And let me know how your race goes, because I want to know if this worked for you as well as it worked for me. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.